Mark Twain once said, "When the end of the world comes, I want to be in Cincinnati. It's always 10 years behind the times." But if Twain were alive today, I think he'd be shocked because Cincinnati over the last 30 years has changed in ways that no one saw coming. One of the biggest places to see change is along the Ohio River. For decades, the riverfront was underused. It was there, but it wasn't really part of everyday city life. Today, the banks is one of the most active parts of the city of Cincinnati. In fact, it's actually where I used to live about 15 or 20 years ago, and I still love it to this day. If you grew up here, Coney Island was a summer tradition. Sunlight pool, paddle boats, fireworks. Now it's all gone, which still feels strange to a lot of locals. But the space won't be going unused. The location of the Riverfront Amusement Park continues to evolve. In fact, the space is being redeveloped into the Farmer Music Center, a major 20,000 capacity outdoor concert venue right next to River's Bend. Construction is underway and aims to be a complement to nearby River Bend, as I mentioned, to the amphitheater there, and completion is expected in 2027. Don't worry though, efforts are being made to save historic parts of Coney Island to become a part of the new venue. It's gonna be really cool. Just across the river in Newport on the Levee, it's completely changed how people interact with the riverfront. What used to be a quiet industrial area has turned into a hub of restaurants, entertainment, riverfront views. It's just incredible. It helps shift the mindset that the river isn't just a boundary, but it's rather an asset. Restaurants, bars, venues, events, all walkability is brought back downtown, back there, because it's connected to Cincinnati, to the water in a way that hasn't been seen in generations. Let's jump over to sports. The skyline itself tells a great story of change. Great American Ballpark replaced Riverfront Stadium and gave Cincinnati one of the most scenic baseball settings in the entire country. Paycor Stadium followed, and then the TQL Stadium added something entirely new, a professional soccer team with an electric atmosphere that's drawn national attention. Next to the TQL Stadium is a new $332 million Central Parkway Plaza with apartments, a hotel, public plaza, and a great space and walkway. It's gonna be really a special spot. Cincinnati also has a hockey team, the Cincinnati Cyclones, which actually Christian, one of our team members here, is actually a former part of. They currently play at the Heritage Bank Center, but there are major redevelopment plans underway for a modern arena to replace it. It's been a long time in the making, hopefully it happens, but even though nothing officially has happened yet and has been announced, there's talk about the Sacramento Kings possibly returning to Cincinnati. Who knows what happens? We'll see what happens. We're excited about it though. The franchise actually started back in 1957, where they were known as the Cincinnati Royals. Imagine that for a second. The NBA coming back to the city of Cincinnati, reconnecting with a piece of basketball history that dates back over half a century. Cincinnati is a proven sports town. Fans consistently go out to support their team, from the Bengals to the Reds and the many thriving college and high school sports. Moeller, like my team, University of Cincinnati, like Scott Oylers. We show up for our teams. We love them. This is a city that shows up and supports our teams, maybe even when they're not winning. An NBA team would be a welcome addition here. The majority of these stadiums are all walkable from the banks. You can jump from stadium to stadium, grab dinner, drinks between it all without having to move your car. You can even shop on the streetcar and have some fun. The setup's really rare, and major sports venues clustered together in a vibrant, walkable area like this is really what modern cities aim for. If Cincinnati ever had a chance to welcome another major league sports team, the infrastructure is already there, and we're already ready for it to be well connected to everything. One of the most dramatic transformations, though, has been the Over the Rhine district. 30 years ago, OTR wasn't somewhere you actually casually wanted to go for dinner. It was beautiful, it had great architecture, but it was often overlooked, underinvested, and often avoided. Today, it's one of the most vibrant neighborhoods in the city of Cincinnati. Restored historic buildings, local shops, and nationally recognized restaurants like Soto and Bakersfield have turned OTR into a destination. It's a clear example of how preservation and progress can work together when a city commits to both. The CBD, or the Central Business District, is another area in downtown that has transformed so dramatically over the years. Once dominated by office buildings, scattered shops, the area really has evolved into a hub of activity blending business, dining, and entertainment. And it really connects the banks to Over the Rhine. One of the most exciting new additions is actually the Elm Street Plaza, which is where the new UC ice rink actually opened this year, here in 2025 and 26. It moved from its original location at Fountain Square, where the streets used to be filled with traffic and office commutes. New people now can stroll, skate, grab coffee, enjoy seasonal events, and alongside new restaurants, entertainment venues, and these historic buildings, there's so much to do. The Central Business District has become a place where work, culture, and community all intersect. Cincinnati has also leaned heavily into public spaces and parks, and it's been quite a powerful shift. Smale Riverfront Park changed how people use downtown. Families, festivals, concerts, walking paths made the city feel more livable. In fact, when I first started living down there, Smale was just getting started, and now it's so vibrant, it's changed over the years. Then there's Eden Park, which I actually used to live up there as well, with its breathtaking views of the city, the Corona Conservatory, and its carefully maintained gardens that are a destination year-round. Washington Park has actually become a hub for all kinds of events and neighborhood activities. In fact, when they were renovating Washington Park, they actually had to do some different types of excavation because they found burial grounds and that sort of thing because of the rich history there. But it's such a vibrant, historic place, but now they're able to reuse it in a different way that still pays ode to the future and the past of what we've seen. You've also got parks like Alt Park, Alms Park, and Mountain Airy Forests, which provides hiking trails, playgrounds, and spaces for outdoor recreation. Across the region, Cincinnati's park system has become something people genuinely brag about. These aren't just patches of green, they're community anchors that are bringing neighborhoods together. The growth hasn't been limited to the city core either. Look north at Mason and Westchester. 30 years ago, these were much quieter suburban areas. Today, they are major destinations. Voice of America, Top Golf, so much more. They aren't just convenient for locals, they actually draw visitors in from across the region. The suburbs didn't just expand, they became economic and entertainment hubs in their own right. Of course, Cincinnati has always loved its traditions. From the Flying Pig Marathon, to the award-winning Festival of Lights, to Oktoberfest, which is actually the largest celebration outside of Munich. Tall Stacks, a Cincinnati festival celebrating its riverboat heritage for almost 20 years, ended in 2006. However, in October 2025, there was a revival that brought this event back, now called America River Roots. I remember going as I was a kid. It showcased historic steamboats in the Ohio River, music and food. Another thing that hasn't changed in Cincinnati is the knack for producing incredible talent. Let's start off with Cincinnati's own television star Jerry Springer, to Hollywood stars like George Clooney, Doris Day, the astronaut Neil Armstrong, even US presidents like William Howard Taft. The city has left its mark on the world. Most recently, Cincinnati continues to shine with athletes like Rose Lavelle, a 2013 Mount Notre Dame grad, who's actually cousins with one of my best buddies, who now stars on the US women's team. Makes the games a lot more fun to watch. It's clear that whether it's in sports or entertainment, history, Cincinnati keeps producing people that make the world take notice. With all this growth, it's natural to miss a few things along the way, such as Frisch's Big Boy. Who doesn't love one of those big hot fudge cakes? Or the tartar sauce, which holds a nostalgia spot in so many families' hearts. To Surf Cincinnati and the Beachwater Park, they were both summer staples that will always be missed. But when you zoom out to the last 30 years, there's a bigger story. Cincinnati invested in its neighborhoods. It reconnected with its river roots. It continues to embrace its history rather than tearing it down. It's built spaces for people to gather, celebrate, and live. So maybe Mark Twain's quote fit Cincinnati once, but today it feels a little outdated. Cincinnati isn't just 10 years behind. It's actually a city that's learned how to honor its past while building something new. If you want to learn more about Cincinnati, its history, neighborhoods, real estate, make sure to subscribe to our channel below. And if you're ready to explore these communities in person, reach out to us today at hello@oylerhines.com. We know Cincinnati and its surrounding areas, inside and out. And we're here to help you find the home that fits your lifestyle and your budget. The greater Cincinnati market moves fast, especially in these sought-after areas and neighborhoods. So don't wait to start your search. Reach out to us today.